Welcome to Getting It Done with Carol.
Hello everyone, my husband made these beautiful rustic modern farmhouse shelves. He's going to illustrate and show you how he made them.
In this video, I'll be getting it done for Carol. Here I am measuring and cutting the wood for her farmhouse shelves. The online price for a pair of farmhouse shelves is $160.99. It cost me less than $30 to create two pair of shelves. All of the supplies that I'm using are available at your local hardware store. Don't be discouraged if you don't have power tools. These shelves can be built with simple hand tools. One rule of thumb I use is to measure twice and maybe even 3 times, so I have to cut only once. It's better for the wood you're cutting to be a little longer than you need. You can easily take more wood off later, but it's very hard to add more wood and make the job look professional. Here you see me using Gorilla Wood Glue. It's just what I had on hand at the time. I have used all types of wood glue and they all have worked fine. Don't be too concerned if the glue runs down the side or the front of your project. The glue residue will come off when you sand the finished project. Here you see me using a nail gun. You can achieve similar or the same results with a hammer, a nail, and a nail set. If you're nailing the wood with a hammer, I recommend you nail a scrap piece of the same wood first. Some wood will split when nailed by hand. If it does split, I suggest you tap the pointed end of the nail with the hammer to flatten it out slightly. Here I'm pressing the glued shelves parts against the back rail of the saw for alignment. Any straight flat surface will be a good substitute. Here I'm clamping the parts together for a good seal. In the past, when I didn't have clamps, I've used all types of things. I improvise. I use sand, buckets of rocks, I've used weights, all kinds of things to put on there to get a good seal. Here I'm making the brackets to mount the shelves on the walls. Now I'm about to drill a hole in the wood so that I can put the screws in there to attach the wood together. What I failed to show you is that I measured the wood so that I know where dead center was at on both pieces of wood before I attached them. These particular screws that I'm using come with a bit that you have to use in order to use them. What I failed to show you is that I use wood glue between the two pieces of wood. These are the two 30-inch shelves, pre-sanding. I also use wood filler to fill in the nail holes.
Now right here, the stain on the left is a black stain. The one is the middle is called Kona. And the one on the right is the Carrington. So I really like the Carrington stain. So I'm going to do a second coat just to see how it turns out. Now here I have done a second coat, not of the black, but of the Kona and of the Carrington, and I'm really loving the Carrington.
Here is an inexpensive tip that I use when I want something to be on a straight line. I mark the project directly in the I measure the surface that I'm mounting to and mark it dead center with a pencil. I then use a push pin or thumbtack with a string and a weight attached to it. You can use a nut or washer. Use your imagination. This will tell you the middle of the wall all the way down. After everything is stained and dried, it's time for a test fit. The tack pins in so I know where dead center is at on here, so I can center it, measure it on the wall. This is a little under 30 inches, so I'll go 14 and 3/4. I'm gonna go 14 and 7/8. To get the straightest line possible, I double and triple check. These anchors are fantastic. You can purchase them at your big box hardware store. I cut them off, but once you put them in place, you can actually break them off. The washers don't come with them, but I recommend them for extra holding strength. Even though the shelves are secured in place, I still drilled one hole and added one screw to hold them securely in place.
Okay, here's how the shelves look. I think my husband did a wonderful job. I love the rustic look. These shelves are perfect for any farmhouse, modern farmhouse, country cottage, cabin, or traditional style home. It also provides rooms for books, photos, plants, decor, and more. Well, that will do it for this video. Until next time, keep on smiling, stay encouraged, and be blessed.